people, what up, what's good? We got a real quick balance update to go over. You already know what time it is. We read the changes and we talk about them. So let's get straight into it. Y'all be sure to like and comment, man. Let's go. So we got just 3 cards today. We just got Omega Red, Beast, and Helicarrier. So we could probably go into a little bit of depth since it's only 3 cards, but this should be pretty quick. You know what I mean? So let's go ahead and read what they have to change about Omega Red. So its old ability: if you're ahead by 10 power here, +4 to the other locations. His new ability: if you're winning here, +3 to the other locations. So off top, this is just a huge buff, bro. You know how hard it is to get a 10-point advantage? It's too hard. It's too hard, right? So he's gonna be a lot more useful. I mean, guy like me was already using Omega Red before he was clean, but now, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna be able to, right? But let's see what they have to say. Omega Red has been on our list to improve for a while. This rework seeks to simplify the overall function of the card and push on the novelty of its ability to always affect 2 locations, even when not played in the middle. The incentives are the same. Pile your power onto Omega Red's location. Just a stronger and more elegant execution, right? So what do I think you can use now as a result of this buff? You're gonna be able to use the Living Tribunal in a non-scrubby way, right? You don't have to hide them behind Hela and MODOK, right? You don't have to hide them behind Invisible Woman and Iron Man, and then you know, you get your magic. So I don't know, you can put Mystique and then you put the Living Tribunal, right? So those 2 cards are gonna see a lot more play, right? And it's a lot of, you know, I feel like a card like Claw, you know, it's gonna be very useful with Omega Red. Instead of just being used to support like a weaker side or like a lockdown side with Professor X, you're gonna be able to use Claw to boost your Omega Red, which in turn will boost your other spots. So it's gonna be a lot of those, you know what I'm saying, those Mr. Fantastic, Living Tribunal, those like power spreading type cards that you know, I'm expecting to see a lot more usage. I'm definitely gonna be using this new Omega Red. Like I said, I was already on the Omega Red bus, bro. I was already on the train. But yeah, man, I'm liking this, bro. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Is it overpowered? I mean, off the top of my head, I'm not sure, but we gonna find out, right? So there's that. And then Big Beast. So they changed Beast. I'm pretty sure he was a 2-cost card at some point, but they changed him back to a 2-cost card. But they also changed his ability to say, return your other cards here to your hand. They cost 1 less next turn. So this is actually a slight nerf because, you know, it's not a permanent you know, cost decrease. But at the same time, they already made bounce decks stronger with the new card Black Swan that just came out. So I mean, Beast doesn't really even need to return to his old form for bounce decks to be as good as they were. But I mean, he definitely needed something, right? So because, you know, they nerfed Kitty, they nerfed Angela, you know what I'm saying, they nerfed Beast, they nerfed the whole archetype. So they got to give it some love again at some point, right? But let's go ahead and read what they have to say. Beast has all been a design constraint as it strengthens 1-cost cards in 2 different ways and plays powerfully with other effects, like Falcon. Previously, we added that by moving Beast from 2/2 to 3/4, which is effective for a time. However, today we're trading that change back to get a more efficient Beast with a time-sensitive discount that better suits the card's cost. We still want Beast to be a strong card, and we're optimistic that this is overall a mostly sideways change for him. Moving forward, we expect to look at temporary cost reductions a little more often to create similar, exciting gameplay that cheats energy without pushing as much of the strength into repeated use or the turn 6 flood of cards. That's interesting that they say that, right? Because I feel like a card like Black Swan promotes a turn 6 flood. You know what I'm saying? You can look, you can even play Beast. You can play Beast and Black Swan on turn 5, and then just flood turn 6 for your Hit Monkey, for your Bishop, you know what I'm saying, for your Angela. So that just tells me like we expect to look at temporary cost reductions. They might have to do something about Black Swan down the line as well, but not now. She's the season pass card. You know what I'm saying? They need themselves. I bought my pass. Are you gonna buy yours? You should before they nerf it. But for real, you guys, yeah, I like this beast change, even though it's not as great of an ability as it was, right? Just the simple fact of him being a 2-cost card just opens him up to be used a lot more, right? So y'all let me know what y'all think of Beast. And last but not least, right, we got Big Helicarrier. So his old or its old ability, when you discard this, add 3 random cards to your hand. Now, when you discard this, fill your hand with random, bruh. They gonna turn the collector into a demon. They gonna turn Morbius into a demon, right? Because you discard this thing, all you're gonna see is point. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna make Devil Dinosaur really good, right? And then you know you use them on the discard deck with Morbius, right? You can actually, what you're actually able to do now is you're able to use MODOK in a honest way, right? Instead of using your hella MODOK cheating discard, your cheating lame discard deck, you use Helicarrier on your discard, and then you use MODOK after you discarded Helicarrier to boost your Morbius, instead of trying to cheat out all your 6-cost cards. If it sounds like I hate that archetype, you know what I'm saying, that hella MODOK deck, it's because I do. It's because I do, right? But yeah, man, it just opens it up to be used in a lot of cool ways now, or you use that all, because let's be honest, nobody was using Helicarrier before. But let's go ahead and read you know, this change and just talk about it a little bit more to finish this off. Helicarrier hasn't really found an identity in the game, as the effect is awkward to navigate for decks based on discard or Devil Dinosaur, and using both gets even weirder. We're taking the limiter off here to see if an uncapped Helicarrier improves the reward enough to make this a quest worth going on for some decks. At minimum, Helicarrier should be more exciting to discard now. It's definitely just for the reasons I said, for 1, collector, and for 2, Morbius. That's it, right? So I'm definitely gonna be using all 3 of these cards, man. I like all of these changes. Like I said, off face value, I can't really determine whether, you know, this makes any one of the cards broken. But if I had to say, if out of all of these cards, I feel like Omega Red won the most. And you could probably understand that from the green arrow he got, and these guys got the yellow arrow. But yeah, man, just a quick balance update video for you guys. You let me know your thoughts in the comments. Bring up something, you know, if you got something to say that I didn't bring up, feel free to talk about it, right? But as always, y'all be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We're on the road to 1,000 subs. We're almost there. Appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.